Hi everyone, welcome back to the TechSupper channel. So this video is not related to any particular topic of Visual Builder or the integration or the Process Cloud. However, this video is for my book, which is recently published, and the title of this book is Effortless App Development with Oracle Visual Builder. So in this video, I will describe what is the approach is taken to complete this book, what all chapters are written in this book, and how this book will help you to learn Oracle Visual Builder quickly and efficiently. Once you will see this complete video, I'm sure that you will buy this book as well, because this book is very deep book on the product Oracle Visual Builder. So let's get started and view what are the content of the book. So the title of this book is Effortless App Development with Oracle Visual Builder. This is the cover of this book. This book got the Oracle logo, and this book is published with community edition. The subtitle of this book is Boost Productivity by Building Web and Mobile Applications Efficiently Using the Drag and Drop Approach. The contributor of in the book is author Ankur Jain, myself, Oracle Ace. So this book is completely written by me and is having 500 pages. The reviewer Prashad. Forward is given by Shay, the Director of Product Management and Strategy, Oracle Cloud Development Tools, who is closely working with the Visual Builder. He has also reviewed the book. What are the various key features of the book? Execute various real-time use cases and develop web and mobile applications quickly. Enhance your skills by extending Oracle and non-Oracle SaaS applications using VB. Gain the knowledge needed to take on projects directly and work independently. Build web and mobile apps quickly with Oracle Visual Builder and delve into real-time end-to-end use cases, exploring best practices, recommendation, security, and debugging techniques. So the approach of this book is we have started this book from very beginning of the Oracle Visual Builder, wherein we will describe the what is Visual Builder, why you need to use a Visual Builder, what are the features, how to provision it, and then learn various basic building blocks, start developing web and mobile application by taking lot of real-time examples, learn how to develop the mobile application, the security, what are the recommendations to develop web and mobile applications, what are the various ways to troubleshoot your application, and how to manage your VB codes using the Visual Builder Studio. So this is the approach which is taken. And after completing this book, and once you will complete this book, I am sure you will be able to jump into your projects directly, and you can work in the VB independently without any help. So let's get started and view all the chapters written in this book. So the book is, in this book, we have written 16 chapters, and the first chapter, the heading of the first chapter is what, why, and how of Visual Builder, wherein I have described about the Visual Builder, what are the various features and benefits of the Visual Builder, knowing the tools required to use VB, what are the various tools you should know before you start Visual Builder, what are the technologies used in the VB, the understanding of the VB architecture. So after completing this chapter, you will be familiar with the Visual Builder. What are the various features and benefits, and how it can help your organization to develop the web and mobile applications. What are the tools you should have to building web and mobile applications, and the VB architecture. The second chapter is related to provisioning and understanding the Visual Builder instance. In this chapter, I will show you how to provision a VB instance from the Oracle Cloud Console. creating users and assigning roles using the IDCS, driving cost of using VB. So it is very important to know what is the cost in order to use the Visual Builder, how to access the VB instance, exploring various navigations of VB so that you can pick the right navigation to do the right thing. So after completing this chapter, you will be able to build, you will be able to provision the Visual Builder instance, you will be able to create different users and assign different application roles as per the need. Deriving, you will be able to derive the cost of your VB. You can access the VB instance and explore various navigations of VB. The third chapter is related to the Visual Builder basic building blocks, and the heading of this chapter is exploring Visual Builder ingredients. In this chapter, we will start creating a VB application, which is the collection of web and mobile application. We will understand the business objects. We will understand the service connections. We will understand various variables, what are their types and their scope. We will understand the implicit objects of VB. Exploring, we will explore the events and action chain. We will understand the application structure, how application structure looks like, what are the various editors and application designer in the Visual Builder. After completing this chapter, you will have an understanding of various basic building blocks, which we are going to use throughout the book. And this is very important chapter, and you should read each and every business object very carefully. Basic building block is the basic of each and every technology. If you don't know the basic building blocks, what are the terminologies used in the product, you will not be able to use the product. The fourth chapter is dedicatedly for the business objects, and the heading of this chapter is creating and managing business objects. We'll start creating and modifying the business objects. We will create various business objects in this chapter from a start. We will look at various features provided by business object, like how to create various business rules in a business object. We will manage business object data via the data manager. We will explore various business object REST APIs so that you can interact with the business objects, how to switch to a different database. In here, I will show you one demo wherein I will show how to switch your embedded database with the target database like ATP. And after completing this chapter, you will be proficient in business object. You will be able to create and manage your business objects. The fifth chapter is dedicated for the service connections, very important for the VB. And the heading of this chapter is creating and managing service connections. And here we will look at how to manage backends in visual applications, how to create various application profiles, how to create service connection using the REST endpoint via the service specification and using the inbuilt catalog, and how to manage your service connections. So after completing this chapter, you will be proficient in service connections. You will be able to build the service connection using different options available in the VB, like the REST endpoint, service specification, inbuilt catalog. You will be able to create application profiles for your various environments, and you will be able to manage your service connections. So the previous 5 chapters are very important, which will help you to understand the Visual Builder, various basic building blocks, how to provision the VB instance, what are the business objects, how to create them, what are the service connections, and how to create them. So from this chapter, the 6th chapter, we will start developing various web and mobile application with lot of real-time examples. The 6th chapter is related to the building web application using real world examples. Here we'll start creating web application. We'll connect it to the business object to populate the data, to perform various operations on the business objects. We will look at how to connect your VB application, web application, using the external REST APIs to populate the external data onto your table, how to change the default flow and default page of a flow, how to navigate between pages, flows, and how to pass parameter between pages, means how to pass one value from one page to another, how to work with the JavaScript. So after completing this chapter, you will be able to develop your web application and you can connect with business objects and service connections. The seventh chapter, again, it's totally related to the examples, different examples, wherein we will look at the different lifecycle events, validations, and UI logic. We will explore lifecycle events. We'll look at how to load data on a page load via the VB enter event. We will show you how to create parent-child relationship on a page, enabling client-side validation on forms using JavaScript. We will perform various UI logic, how to create dependent list of values, like if you have a country list and then a state list, you want to populate state basis on the country. So here I will show you in this chapter. So after completing this chapter, you will have an understanding of a different concepts, different examples in the Visual Builder. The eighth chapter is again advanced, related to the advanced functionalities of the VB, wherein we will explore different other visual components and their advanced functionalities. We will look at how to develop editable table, like the inline editing in the table, how to enable a sorting feature, a column resizing feature, how to search from your table, how to paginate the data in your table. We will work with the dialog boxes. We will work with the check boxes and will populate that check boxes with the static and dynamic data. We will work with the list view component. We will work with various visualization components such as bar, pie, and an area chart. So after completing this chapter, you will again have an understanding of different the Oracle Jet component, how to work with them, how to populate the checkboxes, list view, and visualization component. Ninth chapter is a very important, and the main intent of the VB is to create the extension. And here I will show you how to extend the Oracle Cloud application and non-Oracle SaaS applications. We will create two different demonstrations, wherein in the first demonstration, we will look at how to create an extension of your Salesforce application. In the second example, we will look at how to extend your Oracle Cloud applications. You will deal with the various REST APIs of the Oracle Cloud application to interact with your cloud application in a real-time manner. How to create a multilingual application so that various audiences of various countries can use the application. The 10th chapter is related with the business processes, how to work with business processes. You have heard the PCS. If you have created any workflow in the PCS, how to kick off your PCS from the VB application, how to take a different actions from the VB application on the processes. So here in this chapter, we will look at that. Adding the process backend, how to register the business processes, initiating a process from the VB application, how to manage your process tasks, configure a connection to a process server. The 11th chapter, in this chapter, we will start developing the mobile application with our real-time examples. Developing a real-time example called doctor's appointment mobile application, which you can use to take an appointment from a doctor and you can view your past appointments. We will look at various mobile application settings, how to enable PWA support for mobile applications, how to define a build configuration for different devices such as Android and iOS. The 12th chapter is related to the securing VB application, how to enable security, how to secure your different components of a VB so that your VB application can be secured. We will have an understanding of authentication roles and user roles, enabling anonymous access of web application, business object, and service connections. How to create and manage various user roles, the custom users roles, I mean. How to enable role-based security, means you can enable and disable button depending on the user login. How to enable data security, understanding service connection authentication and connection type, configure basic authentication for a mobile app. So after completing this chapter, you will be proficient in securing your VB applications. The 13th chapter is related to understanding and managing various stages of a VB app. We will look at how to manage your VB application, how to create different versions of the VB application, how to clone the VB application, how to promote your VB application from one instance to another, how to stage and publish your VB application, how to add team members to the application so that different developers can work on the same application. 14th chapter is related to the best practices and recommendation for the VB application, which everyone should follow to develop the fine-tuned, the fine-grained application. Very important chapter, best practices and recommendations for enhancing an app's performance. Best practices to use business object, best practices for using service connection. So this is a very, very important chapter, and you should really read this chapter in depth so that you can create a very well application which can render in few seconds. 15th chapter, again very important chapter, troubleshooting and debugging VB application, wherein I will show you various ways to troubleshoot your VB application in case of any issues. Learning about tools for debugging applications, how to track your REST calls, logging the data to debug issues, how to debug your application code step by step, and how to handle exceptions of your REST APIs and show the friendly messages in case of any error. So after completing this chapter, developers will be able to troubleshoot and then fix an issue as early as possible. The last chapter of the book, the 16th chapter, managing VB apps using Visual Builder Studio. Understanding the Visual Builder Studio, which is another product of the Oracle, the free product. How to provision the Visual Builder Studio, and I will explain the significance of this and what are the benefits provided by the tool. How to create a project in a VB Studio. We will look at how to connect your VB to VB Studio and a Git repository, how to manage VB apps using the Git repository so that you can manage your VB application code via the Git repositories. So that's all about 16 chapters of the book. So I hope you like this video and you like all the content which we have captured in this book. And this book will really help you to learn Visual Builder with a lot of examples. If you're interested to buy the book, you can surf this link https://pack.live/3mwsnr7. If you surf this link, it will take you to the Amazon website wherein you will see the book image and you can buy this book. So we have kept the book price very less, very cheap, so that everyone can adopt it and then help yourself to learn Visual Builder. So guys, thank you. That is all about this short video. You have an understanding of what are the contents, what is the approach taken to write this book. If you have any question, any doubt, you can keep posted your question. I will be happy to answer you. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel to get the regular updates. You can find me over LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.